Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 8 of Europa Universalis 4 as the Mamluks. Before I start, I would like to say a very special thank you to my Patreon supporter William Luke for sponsoring this video with his generous donation. It really is appreciated, especially in this continued time where YouTube's stupid, not advertiser friendly rubbish continues to affect most of us content creators. And to the Google employee who allegedly will be watching through this video doing a manual review after I inevitably have to send it for manual review after YouTube will almost certainly demonetize this video because they claim it's non-advertiser friendly. Enjoy the next 20 minutes or so. I just hope that it's always the same employee and then you can actually watch the entire series as a whole from start to finish, as opposed to just watching the odd video here and there. Heavens knows you've already demonetized every single video in this series so far, so you may as well be watching them back to back and enjoying it. Okay, so now that little rant is over, we have a few rebellions that are going on. Someone did point something out to me the other day as well. Apparently, drilling an army, yeah, there we go, drilling an army actually increases this army drill. So they've got this other bar as well. So not only does army drilling increase your... Not only does army drilling increase your army professionalism, but it also increases the general strength and stats of your army, which is really cool. So we've got a bit of a money problem at the moment. That's certainly something that needs sorting out. We've got too many relationships. We're not taking the... I'd really love that, though. That'd be really good against the Ottomans. But I'm also behind on tech, so I'm kind of waiting for that. I do want to take these guys out up here, or at least take a couple of provinces from them before the Ottomans have a chance to do anything there. We are building a spy network. There's only... Well, we can get claims on a couple of provinces, but there's only one province that we can actually take out of the three that we want. We can get a claim on, which is this one. We can't claim either of those two. We could certainly claim more of their provinces. There's no downside to doing that, although we could just save some of our spy network and give us a little bit more siege bonus. Now, the problem that I've got at the moment, apart from having some serious money issues, which is we've got a loan. We can afford to repay it, although we'll end up taking it out again in a moment anyway because we're still out of money. The main thing that's causing this problem is the fact that the nobility took over. Now, we need the Amir's influence to be lower than 60, and that's going to take a while. It is currently on 65. I mean, that will burn off. There is an event there, property defended. 75, April 75, and it's now January 72, so we've got about 3 years before that goes away, so we can't do an awful lot. I'm just sort of watching these rebellions. We've got Iraqi separatists down here that may fire. Sinjar, where is that? It's here. So we've got an army down here to deal with that, so I might let them deal. You guys are still drilling, which is fabulous. You guys are still drilling down here, just in case we get any rebellions that pop up. So we're going to allow these guys to continue to drill, really get their strength up. These guys down here have been drilling for ages, so yeah, look at that. The power of these guys is immense at the moment. These guys would be really good. Not too sure if any of this stuff down here has... Well, there is some unrest, actually. I mean, this stuff will burn off. I think we actually had one province that ended up being... is it literally just that province? Could we get rid of that if we just go and increase the autonomy? Just make it go away? Because I think that is literally all there is down there. Actually, no, there's a little bit more down here as well. We'll never get rid of that. That one we could potentially do. But it's probably not worth it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some techs. Let's grab that one. Get our Diplo tech. We can almost get our next military tech, so we're doing that soon. I mean, you guys could be drilling, but we're literally waiting for those separatists to fire. So where are you guys? Fazan, okay, fair enough. We do have an army over there, but you're only on 40%. This one is Rabat, which is... Is that one of the ones down here somewhere? No, it isn't. That'd be one of these ones up here, isn't it? Yeah. So, okay, we can leave you guys down here. We will need to send one army up there. Maybe we do send these guys up. I mean, these guys have been having a lot of... what have we got here? What does that say we can do? Because I completely missed it. We can invite a scholar. Just a specific one that gives us reduced admin tech. For 50 admin power. Sure, we're not ready to take the tech yet, but we will be, surely. Some local goods produced has dropped. That's unfortunate. Right, let's have you guys stop drilling. And let's start you moving up here, ready to get something done. Might prefer you with the slightly better general. And give you Lucas. This army currently has Afro. Sorry, Afro, you are not my best general. Let's go and put Afro in there. It'll carry on drilling because it's technically never been without a leader. And then we'll go ahead and put Lucas here. And then look at this. We've got a 16 stack with 59 army drill. So these guys will be really, really good to use. And we're just about to grab our next military tech as well. That'll allow us to get better cavalry. So let's go ahead and do that. We have a national decision available, state firearm regiments, and this will allow us army drill game modifier plus 40%, but land maintenance modifier plus 15. Well, okay, that's going to make our troops a little bit more expensive, but we'll do it anyway. Is there another one there? Oh, we can abolish it as well. Well, we don't want to abolish it at the moment. Let us know that we can do that if we want to. But we really do need to try and get some money back. Let's wait for these separatists. They're almost bound to fire. Everyone is on low, well, not low, but everyone is on less than full morale at the moment because we've just upgraded the cavalry. So that problem will go away shortly. Move towards legalism or move towards mysticism. We might as well just move towards legalism at the moment because we're about to declare another war, which moves you towards legalism anyway. And it'd be nice to get the tax modifier and try and get out of this negative slump. So, yeah, there's another loan renewed. So we're going to be in debt for a while, but I'm hoping that we can recover from that. Certainly, as time goes on, things will get a little bit easier. Let's just make sure we've also not automatically... Yeah, we're not automatically raising the maintenance on the forts, which is good. I'm not interested in giving military access to all these people. If we can hurry up and get some of these to fire, and then that'll make life a little bit easier for us. You're on 60%. I need to keep my eye on that number because I will need these guys to stop drilling once that number gets up a little. Let's go ahead and move this army with Afro in up here. Now, you guys, you are allied with a few people. You're allied with the Golden Horde and you are allied with a gem. Or a gem. A gem are these guys up here. They're not exactly small. And the Golden Horde is also... No, that's the Great Horde. Where's the Golden Horde? The Golden Horde, I think, is further up here somewhere. Or am I getting them confused with somebody else? Where is the... is it the Golden Horde or is it the Great Horde? I've completely forgotten what I was just looking at now. It is the Great Horde, yeah. I think we'll be okay. Lose prestige and legitimacy or money we don't have. I guess we're going to take the prestige and legitimacy hit. Now, what are we like in terms of our troop numbers? We are one below the limit, but again, we're still losing money. We don't have any corruption, so that's not where we're losing the money. We may even end up having... Well, even if we fired our advisors, we wouldn't be making any money because they're not costing us that much. We'd pretty much have to fire all of them, but we could get out of the debt if we were willing to do that. We'd save ourselves almost 3 ducats. But let's get the war out of the way first. I see Kara is being eaten up by a gem. They're in another war though, so this could be an excellent time to jump on these guys. I just really want that rebellion to fire if it's going to. Well, I was worried that taking one of these provinces, the Ottomans would have a claim against us, but they're already fabricating claims on our provinces anyway. We're just getting our opinion up with you. We might also want to start to do that before we go to war. And actually start the integration process. We're only sort of 6 points away. I can't believe how fast that barreled up from like 40 to 90%, and now it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there doing nothing. Yeah, you guys are going to stay there for now. You're still only on 60%. When it gets to 70%, we'll stop them from drilling. You guys could potentially carry on drilling for the time being, just to keep that... I don't know how fast this decays. What's it on now? 57.25. So yeah, it does decay down. Definitely don't want these guys drilling, because we're expecting the rebellion to pop. Yeah, Fazani Separatists is now at 70%. So you guys stop drilling, because you're going to need to deal with that. It was a little bit silly of me, really, to go after Fazan. I think they were a little bit sort of not really important in this war. Right, you guys. Let's go ahead now and start annexing the Vassal. And we can stop improving relations with you. So, yeah, we've got a 9.8% chance each month of this firing, and it just does not want to go at all. So if you could please hurry up, but I'd love to be able to do this while these guys are in another fight, because that'd make life a bit easier for me. We might be biting off more than we can chew, but we'll give it a go. And what have we got here? Countries want condottieri. Well, I'm going to need all of my soldiers myself in a minute. When is it we can end that rubbish thing that's going on? Oh, that's nice to be looking at the wrong screen, aren't I? 65. This goes away April of 75. So yeah, less than a year now. That'll certainly help us with our financial situation. It still won't be great. This is just not going to fire. I just get this horrible feeling it's just going to sit here forever and taunt me. At least the annexation is going pretty quick, so that's a good thing. Right, sooner or later we're just going to have to go and do this war. And I'm thinking sooner rather than later. But I know the moment I declare a war and start fighting their troops, I'm going to have rebels to deal with. A few truces ending. Gain 10 prestige and lose the stability. I'd rather not lose the stability, because we're going to need to buy our stability back up once we reverse that decision. Well, it wasn't really a decision, it was just the fact... There we go, finally. It wasn't really a decision, more the fact that the nobles took over because I botched the disaster. So, let's get rid of those guys down there. We've got no leader. Unfortunately, we took a bit of a hit to our numbers. And the Fazani ones fired quick, didn't they? Let's get these guys over there. So before we even get into the war, we've just taken a beating to our manpower. But we'll do what we can all the same. Are you guys actually... I was going to say, are you guys actually going to get there before they manage to take the province? So there are a few more rebels that we might potentially get, but oh, gained a leader trait there, and I didn't see what it was. Let's bring you over here, because I think we're going to need all hands on deck for this one. What did you... Was that Afro? Did you just gain something? You did. Recover army morale speed plus 10%. That isn't bad, actually. Minus 20% land attrition for Bobby. He's a hardy warrior. Nothing for Lucas yet. We haven't really had him in a battle. There's another loan. Again, we're going to expect to take a few of those. Let's get you guys back over there, because we know there is some unrest in this province. You should fully recover not too long before now. And in fact, as soon as that thing expires with the nobility, we're going to go ahead and try and get out of this financial hole. I know it's giving us some extra battle power, but I'm sick of being in debt. That should have expired. Oh, why has it just suddenly gone up to 75%? How does that work? The Ulema estate modifier has expired. Their influence is now at 2%. Why has yours gone up? Oh, because that modifier was taking from them and giving to these. How do we get that down then? Can we take provinces away from them? Can we give more provinces to the Elima? We probably should do. Because we don't want them to disappear completely. Let's consider just trying that out. Let's go to Estates. Ulima. And let's give you something if we can. Doesn't have to be necessarily a valuable province. Let's give them a couple. Let's just try this. Yeah, so that gets you up a little bit. Well, that's a different one we've got now. But yeah, how do we get that down? We need some decisions that's really going to drop that. That is problematic. Anyway, we'll deal with that later on. Let's go ahead and do this first, because I think it's important that we try and block the Ottomans' growth where we can. And as I said, I really want to get this done while these guys are still fighting down here, because I think it'll just make life easier. So we're going to get all of our armies up here. We're going to get full morale, and then we are going to go in. How close are we to getting the additional morale? We need 380 and we have 276. Next June. If we wanted to wait a year, we could do this, but I'm not necessarily sure that I want to wait that long. I mean, the only thing we can really do is start trying to take provinces away from the nobility and hope that that works out for us. I'm not too sure which of these provinces they control, but yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do, is just start taking their provinces away from them. We've lost an advisor. I'm not going to bother getting a new advisor there because we can't afford it. Austria now wants me to help them against Venice. Venice is allied with the Knights, Ferrara and the Papal State. I'm going to say yes, but we're not going to directly get involved with the war. I don't really see the point. But we are going to go ahead and start our own war. There's our mission failed, because of course it does. Impossible to start a war within the first month of having started a previous one. Which is not really the case, because I didn't start the previous one, so how is that an issue? But we'll wait around. Looks like the Ottomans are busy drilling, so this might be our opportunity to get something done. Ah, here we go. Now then, let's have a look at this. The estate we want to drop is the Amris. This one would move us towards legalism. The Elima gain loyalty. No effect on the Amris. This one we move towards mysticism, so no effect on the Amris. So we might as well move towards the legalism. And that'll give us some more money. 50 Diplo power, 15 prestige. We don't really need either of them, so I'm just going to leave that as is. Let's go ahead and declare this war now, because we can do. Ajam and the Great Horde will come in. It's hardly a surprise. I'll move us away from legalism. Well, okay, that's fine. What are we actually on in terms of our legalism? Not quite as high as we'd like. Okay. Let's start moving in and start taking some of these provinces. We know we might have to deal with their allies, but it depends whether or not they can get access. This might be the issue the guys have. They might actually struggle getting their troops through. And I don't want to take a lot of stuff from them. I'm not particularly bothered by these guys at the moment. I just want to take enough stuff from them to... I just want to take enough stuff from them... Right, you're stuck there now, aren't you? I just want to take enough stuff from them to basically stop the Ottomans expanding in that direction. You could work on that. It'll take forever, but sure, give it a go. We can take a new mission. Conquer Butana. Which is all the way down there. I mean, sure, let's go ahead and get the mission. It'll give us a free claim. So, why not? Right, let's go and finish off up here. We've got to watch this guy. He's going to be trying to sneak around quite a lot. There's another advisor that has died. I'm just not going to replenish them. There's not much point to doing it right now. So we'll just leave as is. Might as well get the 100% there. You are not next to a fort, so you come back down and grab that one. Now, I don't want to start giving military access to anybody, because if we start doing that, there's a chance that our enemy's allies might be able to sneak through. And who's this guy? I don't remember him being right there in the middle. Where did he pop up from? But we'll do what we can. Venice is attempting to land some troops on Cyprus. So he's got a 10 stack coming in, has he? That's fine. What are the Knights doing down here? The Knights are landing troops. Can you believe that? Right. You guys are also down there. I'm more concerned about this than what the Knights are doing, if I'm honest. I mean, I can certainly deal with the Knights. That's not a problem. You're just going to get away from me, aren't you, wherever I go? Let's carry on moving towards legalism, which now means we should probably go ahead and stop you converting, because you're not going to make any progress now. Because that's just... It's still showing 111, but it will disappear. Right, we've caught this army out. Hopefully we can defeat them. Although we got some terrible rolls there. Absolutely terrible. Why did that suddenly go so wrong for us? That was not a good thing. Right, the Horde have got through now as well. So now we've potentially got some issues. We can go ahead and take a tech, which would be an admin tech. We're going to save that for now. I would still like to get that extra morale. But we're not quite there yet. We're looking at July and it is only March. We need a couple of good wins here. These are not even our best leaders. Let's hope we get this quickly. You're just sieging him out. That's fine. You go ahead and do that. They did take some losses there. I mean, that's a good thing. While you guys are over here, let's just march down and... Hang on. You've took Alexandria. You've taken a fort. How annoying. Maybe we can actually work on that. Let's keep trying. I need to sort of get these two armies together, if possible. If we want to have any real chance of defeating these guys. So that's going to be a little bit tricky. Are we going to get this? You're not going to let me have that at all, are you? Well, we'll leave that as is for now, because we're well over the 20-minute mark. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video, especially the Google employee who has had to manually review it. Once again, a very big thank you to William Luke for sponsoring this video with his generous donation. I will see you guys on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.